What's going on, everybody? You know what? What's going on, everybody? I had to redo that real quick. This your boy Isaiah, coming to you again from Buccaneers Locker. Subscribe, like, comment, share on all my videos. Make sure you hit the notification button on my channel to notify you on all new videos that's posted on this channel. Go to the Buccaneers Locker Facebook page. I'm gonna get straight to it. You already know what the title of the video is. Man, I'm about to go ham. I hope y'all strapped in. I hope y'all strapped in for this video right here I'm about to make. I know it's preseason, but I get it in. When I see some messed up, when I see some crazy stuff, I'm about to get it in. Oh, where can I start at? The good, bad, or the ugly? I'm gonna start out with the good, right? I'm gonna make this video positive, okay? I'm gonna keep it positive as long as possible. The good. First team all offense, first team defense. The quarterbacks look good. The receivers look good. The D-line look good. The linebackers was okay in run defense, but pass coverage, the linebackers was not like Quan and Levante. I guess they're not in game shape. They was like lacking in the passing game, covering the field a little bit. You know, Jerry McCoy, JPP, Vinny Curry, William Golston, you know what I'm saying? They was looking pretty good. The receivers, man. Oh, Evans, dog. You gotta stop all that pushing off stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stop with pushing off stuff. You know, you can't be pushing off. You a veteran now. You gotta know how to nudge somebody off. You know, it was Darius Slay. You gotta know how to nudge him. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Mike Evans. I'm glad you okay, because it was a scare. I thought something was wrong with you. I thought he cracked your vertebrae or something, because Quentin Diggs, old dirty self, hit you in the back. You know what I'm saying? I thought you cracked the vertebrae or something, or, you know, bone in the back somewhere. But that didn't happen. D-Jack looked good. O.J. Howard looked good. Pass interference, that was a very questionable call. I don't think it was pass interference. The ref was tripping tonight. Justin Watson. Shouts out to Justin Watson. That boy we're gonna make the team. Shouts out to Adam Humphrey with the 109-yard special team return, punt return, I guess you want to call it. That was a boneheaded move by Matt Patricia, trying to kick a 62-yard field goal with Matt Prater in that type of condition. And I want to give a huge shout out to Chris Godwin. Oh my goodness, that I think he's gonna start. I think he is pushing D-Jack so hard. Dirk Cutter is going to have to start Chris Godwin. It's like, no offense to Adam Humphrey, but I like Deshaun Jackson in the slot a lot better than Adam Humphrey. Adam Humphrey is a good guy. He's a steady player. He's durable. He catches all his balls, most of his balls. But to see a receiving lineup with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin on the outside, with Deshaun Jackson in the slot, with O.J. Howard and Cameron Brake, or, you know, either or. Man, and that's a knack. Chris Godwin was a steal in the third round. He is playing so good that it's going to be hard for Dirk not to give that man a lot of plays this season. Like, he's too good. He's his second year. I watched him at Penn State. Chris Godwin is a beast. He caught that touchdown against Darius Slay. Darius big play Slay. He caught the touchdown on a top-tier cornerback, a second-year receiver, against a top-tier cornerback, a fade route with a good ball thrown by Jameis Winston. And shouts out to Jameis Winston, putting that ball out there on the money. Humphries with a drop. Freddie Martino with a drop. I mean, come on. O.J. Howard, a pass interference. Jameis Winston looks a whole lot different as a quarterback. He looks more poised. He looks more decision-making with the ball. He's taking his checkdowns. He's moving in the pocket with subtle movements. You know, he's hard to sack now. It's like he finally got it. This is my third game watching Jameis Winston. He got it. If it wasn't for the suspension, I think we can go 3-0 or 2-1 in the first 3 games. But Jameis looks so much better as a quarterback now. I can see it in his swagger, his demeanor, his confidence, the way he's throwing the ball. The ball looks pretty. The deep ball looked good. I mean, he putting the ball on the money, folks. I understand he's suspended. He had off the field issues, but Jameis Winston is he's going to be He's 24, 25 years old. He ain't going nowhere. We can't get rid of that dude. He's developed. He's finally got it. You know what I'm saying? As far as on the field, do we take the off the field issues? Hopefully he got that. But Jameis looks really good in preseason. All three quarterbacks. Ryan Griffin looked good with a beautiful throw to Freddie Martino. He redeemed himself for that third down drop that Jameis Winston put on him. You redeemed yourself, Freddie Martino. Good job. I like the way you recovered, but man, Justin Watson, he might got you, dog. He might got you on that spot, man. You know what I'm saying? He might got you on that spot. Shouts out to Ryan Fitzpatrick too. If I had to rank the quarterbacks how they look, I mean Jameis, Ryan Griffin, Ryan Fitzpatrick. I think I'm gonna go on the limb and say this, folks. I think Ryan Griffin better than Ryan Fitzpatrick. I'm sorry. He's just younger. He got a bigger arm. He's taller. He's accurate. Like, fam, like, oh man, our receiving core is a top. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this. Our receiving core, if you match our receiving core up from wide receivers to tight ends, and yeah, you want to include the running backs, but if you add all that up and look at our receiving core against other teams, we stack up there with the Steelers and who else got a good receiving core? The Chiefs, the Patriots. We stack up against those guys. Receiving core from number 1 receiver to number 6, number 1 tight end to number 3 tight end. Like, let's be real. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. Now I'm gonna slide on over to the backfield. I want to give a shout out to Peyton Ball. He runs the ball very hard. You know what I'm saying? He runs the ball very hard. Is he a starter? Yeah. I mean, he's not a bad running back. I like him, you know what I'm saying? But is he a Saquon Barkley? Is he a Kerryon Johnson? You know what I'm saying? Is he Rashad Penny? Is he a Le'Veon Bell? You know what I'm saying? Is he a Jamal Charles? Is he a Alvin Kamara? You know what I'm saying? Is he a Mark Ingram? Is he that type of back? Do you see it in him? But he's a very sturdy, steady back, subtle speed, good shiftiness, great power, good feet, good balance. You know what I'm saying? So you need guys like that. And also, I want to give a huge shout out to Rojo, Ronald Jones. I've been a little tough on him because he hasn't shown anything on film to make me feel comfortable. Because after we drafted him, I was like, he's a Kamara clone. He can catch the ball. He got speed, same build, good balance, good vision. And his first 2 games, he was looking scary with no confidence, But this game, he improved leaps and bounds from game 1 to game 2 to preseason game number 3. He caught a deep ball from Ryan Fitzpatrick. Perfect, dropped it right on him. Caught it in stride, you know what I'm saying? He had a couple good runs because of the O-line. We had a lot of people out tonight. We had Donovan Smith, of course. Ali Marpet was out. You know what I'm saying? We also had Caleb Benedict out as well. So we had a makeshift. We had basically second stringers playing against Detroit's first string of defensive line. So Ronald Jones got to run with the better line a little bit. So he kind of got some yards. Not a lot of yards. But he did some things that I liked, you know what I'm saying, as far as hitting the hole. Dirk could have got to stop the toss sweep crap. You got to stop that crap, man. Even the commentators was talking about the toss sweeps. This is pretty much irrelevant now. It's extinct. It's hard to run toss sweeps, man. Just stop running that. But anyway, O.J. Howard looked good. Cameron Brate didn't play. Well, I didn't see him on the field. But O.J. Howard looked good. He looks very shifty. He looks very comfortable in the offense now. We are going to have a top 10 offense. I don't care what anybody, the other 31 teams, I don't care what they do offense. If you put our offense against any other offense in the league, we're going to be top 10. We're going to pass the ball up and down the field on anybody. We're going to have a mismatch every play. If we wanted to, we can throw the ball the whole game and wax teams. Like, really. Like, who's going to guard Chris Godwin? Your number 2, your number 3 guys going to guard Chris Godwin? He's going to roast you. You can put your number 1 guy on Mike Evans, but okay, that leaves D-Jack and Chris Godwin and Adam Humphrey, Cameron Brate, O.J. Howard. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out. Also, I want to talk about the line a little bit. On the good side, DeMar Dotson was looking pretty good as a right tackle. He was looking good. So, and shouts out to what's the return guy name? Number 38. He had some good returns. I forgot his name. The return guy, number 38. But shouts out to him too. He looked pretty good on the returns. He was running the ball. He was being Sean. Well, there we go. Sean Wilson. Sean Wilson. He looked very decisive with his returns. Not unlike Jacquizz Rodgers, those slow bowling ball self. But Sean, he looked very like, I'm gonna get this ball and I'm hitting this hole. I see a crease. You know, so I like that. So that's pretty much most of the good. Todd Monken, the offensive coordinator, he called a good game as far as offensively. Had a nice balance. We basically, our starters, first team starters outplayed their starters. So if it was a regular season game, more than likely we would have won the game. With a full O-line, you know what I'm saying, full complement defense, more of a better scheme, you know, whatever the case may be. But we outplayed them. Bruce Arians was commentating our game. He called it. He said basically the Bucs, you know, our starters on defense and offense basically beat the Lions starters. Now, and I want to give a shout out to Chandler Caranzaro for redeeming himself, missing an extra point. He made his field goals, his other extra points. So we got to curse, man. We got to take the good with the bad when it comes to field goals and extra points, man. It's like, think about this. He didn't miss no extra points last year. He's already missed 2 in the preseason. That's crazy. We got to curse. The Roberto Aguayo curse. Holy crap, man. Like, we should have kept Matt Bryan or Connor Barth. We could have kept Connor or Matt Bryan. I mean, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, sheesh. But that's most of the good. Shouts out to Brenton Buckner. Got our D-line looking good. So I'm about to... Matter of fact, I'm sorry. I'm not done with the good side. I got to get on the defense side. A lot of good things I've seen on defense. You know, McCoy, JPP, William Golson, Vinny Curry was putting that pressure on there. Will Clark, you know, looking pretty good out there. Linebackers was an iffy. Lynch, Jack Sitchie, you know, Riley Bullock, they was looking pretty good as second, third stringers. Levante and Quan was a little off in their game. Bond didn't play. I think he left the game with an injury. Shouts out to Whitehead. He throws his body everywhere. Yeah, he got hit with a pass interference. He's a rookie. Got to expect that. But he came back and made some tackles and made some plays. They forced a fumble. I was like, him and Carlton Davis. Shouts out to Carlton. They didn't even throw Carlton Davis inside. They didn't even throw Carlton Davis side. I don't even remember a ball going at him. Right. Also, another good thing, and Brent Grimes didn't get no balls thrown at him. It was most of the balls that Matthew Stafford was throwing was inside the numbers, inside the hashes. You know, it wasn't against Davis or Grimes. You know, he was throwing against like Vernon Hargreaves. Shouts out to Vernon Hargreaves. You was looking good, man. In the slot, you was looking really, really good. You look really comfortable in the slot, but you a first-round pick. I still want you to be on the outside. But I highly doubt that now. Maybe when Brent Grimes retire next year or leave the team, they'll slide him back to his side. So this is a pivotal year for Vernon Hargreaves. Ronnie Barber said, you know, he's picking up really well now. It shows his training, his film watching, his subtle movements now. In the slot, he looks so fluid in open space now. He don't look lost. Even the couple balls that was thrown at him was caught on him. He was right there. It's not like he was like beat bad. Like he used to be. Like Vernon Hargreaves used to get beat really bad. But when the balls were thrown at him, and even though they was completed, Vernon Hargreaves was right there. You know what I'm saying? He was right there. So shouts out to Vernon Hargreaves, showing a huge improvement. Coming off a 2-week injury, off the groin. I've had groin injuries before, and ain't no joke. So shouts out to Vernon Hargreaves. Shouts out to Ryan Smith. You played a pretty good game, man. I was watching you when you was out there. Not a lot of balls was completed at you. Whitehead, of course. MJ Stewart didn't play. I didn't see him. I didn't think they held him out, whatever. Give him a rest. Who else? If I missed anybody else on the good side, let me know in the comment section, or even in the chat. I'll bring up some people, whoever y'all bring up in chat. So also, if you want to donate to the channel, I want to make a quick break real quick. If you want to donate to the channel, donate to the channel. You want to donate some super chat. I'm putting this good product out here for y'all. I don't have PayPal, or I don't have a Cash App, or Patreon. So it's straight up donate or super chat. I might do that later on because I'm not in it for the money. But of course, I'm putting out some product. Whatever, it's up to you. So if I miss anybody on the good side, let me know. I'll bring them up in this video. Now, remember now, this is the good, bad, and the ugly. So now the bad part. A couple penalties, missed extra point. I don't know. They got to get with the long snapper, the holder with Brian Anger. I don't know. They got to get that right. Also, some missed tackles again, blown coverages, not being in the right position where you belong at. Bad O-line play from the second and third stringers. They were getting manhandled. Alex Cappa, you was getting manhandled. You were struggling really bad out there. So you look like the game is overwhelming you right now. There is talent there, but you just got to get. He got to get nasty. Alex Cappa got to get a mean streak to him. He got the long hair. He got the look, but he needs to get a little bit more aggressive and be decisive when he blocks, when he punches. You know what I'm saying? It's like he try to reach and he gets beat all the time. At one drive, I was looking at him for like 3 straight plays, and he was getting beat, man. Like, oh man, Alex, man, like get in the weight room too, man. Like, but I know you're a rookie. All this is to develop, but Ali Marpet came in and was cooking. So I seen some tape on you. I seen you at the Senior Bowl. It was looking good. So I need that Alex Cappa in the preseason game, in the regular season, because we might need you. So Alex, I know you're in the bad section right now, so you'll get that together. Also bad, Quan and Levante, like I said, they did some good things, but they also did some bad things. Not being where they belong as far as coverage. No, Freddie Martino, he caught that touchdown, so he redeemed for that 3rd down drop. He redeemed himself the touchdown, so you got to erase that drop. You know what I'm saying? Who else didn't do well? Talked about the O-line, second and third string O-line. What else? Who else didn't do bad? Who else didn't do good? They did like bad. Actually, it was a pretty solid game. I'll give a grade at the end, but overall it was a pretty good game. I mean, as far as overall wise, but we'll get to the ugly part in a second. And you know who I'm gonna bring up. It's a few guys I gotta bring up. So a few people I gotta bring up. Sergio Bailey didn't play. He had an ankle injury. So that's it for the bad. Well, no, I'll say that for the ugly. So I gotta get to the ugly part now. So here's the ugly part of the game, and there's a lot of ugly in this game as far as it's not like a huge big deal, but it's a alarming thing that the culture that we're trying to get rid of, it keeps coming back. Like I said, the extra points and all that. That's not ugly. That was the bad part. The ugly part was, ladies and gents, 2 people that I do not like in the Bucs organization, and is very, very, very well known and has been documented in my videos. Chris Conte. I'm gonna talk about him first. I'm not worried about Austin Allen. Austin Allen is ass. He's booty. I watched him at Arkansas. He's not good. Like, he's trash. Like, he was horrible. I don't know what he was doing the ball. Like, he had Bobo open a couple times, but he had Reedy on the deep ball. He underthrew him, which would have won us the game basically. So Austin Allen will get cut. He just a camp on and writing notes down. That's what he do. That's what he good. He'll forever back up, or not even a backup. He's like a 3rd, 4th string guy. Camp on. He'll bounce around forever. Anyway, Chris Conte. He falls in the ugly category. And Chris Conte, you wonder why you don't get no respect. The reason why you don't get respect, Chris Conte, is you are never in the place where you belong at when it comes to covering people. And you always making the tackle after something happened. You never make a tackle like right there. The impact of your tackles is never like impactful of a series or a game. You know, you have out of 16 games, you will have like 2 games. No, man, like fam, please, Whitehead, take Chris Conte's spot. Oh, everybody's begging you to just play good, man. Please, because Chris Conte is not a starter. I don't know what information he got on Jason Elijah, Dirk Cutter, and Mike Smith, but it looked like Chris Conte got some information on them because they keep trotting that boy out there, and that boy is not a starting safety. And it showed in the preseason again. In the first quarter, first half, he out of position, missing tackles. He making tackles after the guy done made a move, or he's always behind. You know what I'm saying? Like he's never in the position to make a play like 98% of the time. You know, and he makes tackles. He makes tackles, but it's not like tackles like, oh, he stopped him dead in his tracks, and that was a great tackle by Chris Conte. It's like, oh, he got beat, or he's trailing, and then he makes a tackle. That's not, I don't grade that as in like, oh, he did something good. I grade it as in like, you should have been in your position to make a better play on the ball. It seemed like when the ball is in the air, Chris Conte is always lost. The deep ball that Matthew Stafford threw. They passed the receiver off to his zone. As a safety, as your job as a safety, if anybody play football as a safety, as a free safety, your job is to not get beat deep. You are the last line of defense, and you let a man get beat deep. Chris Conte. Christopher Conte. You wonder why we don't like you, and you wonder why the Pirates and the Sea Bandits and the Buccaneers and the Stick Carriers are not big fans of you. You're not good. You're a special team guy. You are. It shows in the preseason you blowing coverages. You've been in Mike Smith's system for 3 years and you still don't know where you're going at. Oh my gosh, Chris Conte, Whitehead, I need you to get that spot ASAP. Like I need you to be starting because everybody sees it. Whitehead already is making an impact as a rookie. Chris Conte don't play like Whitehead. 2 different styles. Oh man, Chris Conte, trash. The ugly also clock management, but we'll get into that at the end of the ugly segment. Another ugly segment for this game was, yes indeed, folks, the other guy that caused the scheme. Mike Smith. I'm telling you, Mike Smith is gonna get Dirk Cutter fired. He's gonna get Jason Licht fired. I'm calling it right now. And I don't care what anybody say in the comment section, on the chat. Mike Smith is going to hurt us. He's going to cost us some games. We have the talent on the D-line. We got talent at the linebacker. And we got some talent in the secondary. It's Mike Smith bend, don't break scheme. Bend, don't break scheme. So you're going to let teams just drive them down the field, and when they get in the red zone, I'm going to put the clamps down on the offense. And it's always, he's never opportunistic of blitzing. He blitzes at the wrong time. I am a fan. I am a fanatic of the Bucs. And I'm sitting here like, why is he letting Jake Rudock go down the field to win the game? And then Jake Rudock gets Lions inside the, 6-yard, 7-yard line. And now Mike Smith decides to blitz. And you know what's so crazy? This how you know how bad Mike Smith is as a coach, as a defensive coordinator, a head coach, his scheme trash. Bruce Arians sitting there as Jake Rudolph, or Jake, whatever his damn name is, the quarterback for the Detroit Lions, not Rudolph, but Jake something, going down the field, and Bruce Arians was like, why is Mike Smith not blitzing the Lions quarterback? Why is he letting him just dink and dunk down the field? Play man. Stop playing zone. Why is he letting this guy go down the field? Now, mind you, it was 27-6 at one point, and the Lions scored 20 points in the fourth quarter. Most of the yards came in the fourth quarter because of the soft defense that Mike Smith had his second and third string and fourth strings playing. Bruce Arians, He said, if I was the head coach and I had my D coordinator, and when we was in situations like that, and we was up and it was the fourth quarter, Bruce Arians said, I looked at my D coordinator and said, blitz every down until they can't take it. But Mike Smith, bend don't break, bend don't break, bend don't break, bend don't break, get inside the 10-yard line. I want to blitz now. And still get beat. He does this every time. And we're trying to kill the culture of losing games like this. Yes, it's preseason, but we don't need to lose games like that. We clearly had this game won. Like, it. As a player, I'd have been like, damn, man, like, what kind of shit is this? Like, 27-6, and you let them come back? Dirk Cutter, I know that's your buddy. I know that's your homeboy. I know that's your best friend, whatever. He gave you a job in Jacksonville. He gave you a job in Atlanta. You too loyal. Bruce Arians would not eat. This is how you know how bad of a coach Mike Smith is. Bruce Arians is not a fan of Mike Smith's defense. His blitz packages are so predictable. And he always blitzing with guys from 15 yards away off the ball. The ball snap, he got guys coming from way from the secondary trying to blitz. And this is how you know it's bad. Backup, second string, Matt Castle and Jake Rudock can be his blitz. His blitz is so predictable. It's not exotic. It's the same blitz for 3 straight years. It's so easy to beat Mike Smith's defense. It don't matter if it's first string, second string, or third string. And the only reason why our first team defense look good in his scheme because of the players. It's not because of the scheme. Let's get that clear. It is not Mike Smith's scheme that's making those guys look good. The front four, the linebackers, Brent Grimes, and Justin Evans. Those are the guys. It is, and Carlton Davis. It's not Mike Smith's scheme. It's the players that making Mike Smith's scheme okay. I guarantee you, I can name a few D coordinators that we can have, and we'll play a whole lot better defense. A whole lot better defense. You think Wade Phillips, with that defense, will have our defense looking like that? No. You think Mike Zimmer will have our defense look like that? No. Are you serious? Like, come on, man. Like, Jim Schwartz? Come on, man. I can keep going to D coordinators, baby. Rex Ryan, Rob Ryan. Belichick? Come on, man. Come on. Ron Rivera? Come on, man. Defense trash. Horrible. Game management, clock management, horrible. Dirk Cutter showing his every now and then key moments of the game. He kind of makes decisions that I don't like. It was like a 3rd and long, and he was going back to throw the ball down the field. And Bruce Arians mentioned all he needed is about another 5 to 10 yards to be in field goal range. Instead, Dirk Cutter drops back or had caused a play to go down the field. The ball is, incomplete. Now you punting. Just get a couple yards, get the field goal, man. Like, Chris Conte and Mike Smith. You are freaking horrible, man. You're going to cost us some games. I'm telling y'all. And I want y'all to come back to this video. I'm going to say I told y'all in preseason. Mike Smith's game and Chris Conte being out of position, in and out, are going to cost us some games. He's going to get Dirk Cutter fired. And I got a feeling if we start out 1-4 and our defense look bad, you got to fire him in the middle of the season and make Brinson Buckner the D coordinator. Like, and also another ugly part, and somebody brought this up. I think Mr. Buccaneer brought this up. And I'm gonna elaborate on it. Dirk, we get it. We get it, Dirk. You like to throw the ball. We get it. We know you are a mastermind when it comes to passing game coordination and getting the ball downfield. But you got to be able to run the ball. And this is a telltale sign of the 2 biggest issues we have, or some of the biggest issues we have going into the season. NFL preseason stats. It gives you an overview of how the team strengths and weaknesses are. So offensively, we're top 10 offense. Number 2 in scoring in preseason. Top 5 in all total yards. But it's a little skewed because we're like top 5 in passing in preseason. But our run game in preseason is like bottom 5. And what is our issue with Dirk Cutter? He don't know how to run the ball. He don't know how to coordinate a running game. Our run game for the preseason is bottom 5, folks. The issues we had last year and the year before, run the ball. We are bottom 5 in preseason when running the ball. Rushing attempts, yards, rushing touchdown. We are at the bottom in preseason. See how that works? And we didn't run the ball that much in this game. I got the stats right here. I mean, like, yeah, we did it. I mean, we ran for 79 yards total. 79 yards this game. The Lions had 122. We are at bottom of the barrel running team. Yes, Peyton Barber looks good, but it's also the coaching too that's holding Peyton Barber back and Rojo back, because Dirk don't like to run the ball consistently. He's not consistent. This is why so much pressure is going to be on Ryan Fitzpatrick and Jameis Winston. You know what I'm saying? We're bottom 5 running the ball. Go look it up yourself. You don't believe me. Go look at the NFL preseason team stats. Running the ball. We're bottom 5. We're not good running the ball in preseason. Yes, we got some guys hurt on the line and all that, but other teams got guys hurt and they running the ball. The scheme, his run game scheme is not good. It's never been good. Even Atlanta had problems with it. But it was a great passing team. And just like he's basically built us like he built Atlanta. A great passing team with a bunch of weapons, but when it matters to run the ball, we can't run the ball. And also, on the other side of the ball, our defense in the preseason, bottom 10. Bottom 10 defense in preseason. Giving up a lot of yards, a lot of passing yards. One of the worst pass defenses in preseason. Yards per attempt, completion percentage, touchdown passes. Like, we are bottom 10 in preseason. Total defense, bottom 10. That's 20 through 32. Or bottom 12. So we fall in there somewhere. It's not good, folks. That is unacceptable. Oh, it's only preseason. It's only preseason. I don't care. Why the issues that we've been having for the last few years, we are still having issues with. Running the ball, stopping the pass. Now, yes, we have improved our third down conversions on offense. Even our red zone. But running the ball and pass defense. And that's our issues. We drafted a running back to try to fix that with Ronald Jones. You're not giving him enough carries to get confidence. And then you skipped on a safety, Derwin James and Mika, to pick up Vita Vea, who has not yet to play in the preseason to help the pass rush and the run defense. Our run defense is in the middle of the pack. We're giving up over 100 yards rushing, 120 yards rushing, and like 200 something yards passing in preseason. Total defense, pass defense, run defense is not good. Go look it up yourself. We're going to always have a top 10 passing attack as long as Dirk is the head coach. Our offensive scheme is a direct link to the coaching mindset of Dirk Cutter. Pass the ball. Move the ball up and down the field. Take shots down the field. And run the ball when we can. And, when it's come to 3rd and 1 and 4th and short, try to run it with a toss sweep. That's another ugly part of this whole video. That's part of the ugly section. The toss sweeps. He loves toss sweeps. Bruce Arians, obviously, he don't like Dirk Cutter. He don't like neither one of those coaches. And I'm going to go back and keep saying this. A lot of people in the football community, in the football circles, is not big fans of Mike Smith and Dirk Cutter. I mean, it's well documented. Like, they scheme gets so old so quick. The Dirk Cutter's passing scheme, his running scheme, Mike Smith defensive scheme, his blitz scheme. It's old. It's outdated. Go back and watch that Skip Bayless video. He's not a big fan of our coaching staff. And I'm not a big fan of, Skip Bayless, but he did make a valid point about Dirk Cutter and Mike Smith. The scheme is trash. When you got a former head coach, a proven head coach as a coordinator, offensively, and a head coach in Bruce Arians, calling Mike Smith out and his defense, calling Dirk Cutter out for not trying to get the first down to ice the game. If y'all would have listened to Bruce Arians, go back and watch the game. Go listen to Bruce Arians in the fourth quarter. The whole fourth quarter, he was like, what are they doing? So, we are the Tampa Bay Falcons. We're going to win some games, but when the games matter and the game's on the line, we're going to choke it away. We choked away a preseason game up 27-6. Oh, it's preseason, man. Don't trip, because a lot of good things came out of that game. Yes, but it's the mindset that you got to create in that locker room that you don't let games like this get away, whether it's preseason or scrimmage. 27-6, you don't let a team come back and win the game. And somebody was talking about it in the comment section, like, we're going to be giving up games like this because of Dirk Cutter and Mike Smith. So, Dirk Cutter never had, to me, and I said it last year, go back and watch my videos from last year, I always said Dirk Cutter never had any, kahunas to go for it or forget the punt. I'm going for, like, Dirk Cutter don't have the kahunas. Mike Smith don't have the kahunas. Weak blitz packages. Like, luckily we got some talent, you know what I'm saying, on a D-line and linebackers. So, Dirk run game, run blocking scheme is not good, man. You can ask any Atlanta fan right now, are you happy? Are you happy? Are you glad that Dirk and Mike Smith is gone? I guarantee you, every single one of them will tell you, we are so glad he's gone. I feel sorry for y'all. I'm telling you, I'm not a big fan of neither one of these coaches. I keep that real. I'm not a big fan of Dirk, and I'm not a big fan of Mike Smith. I'm not a big fan of Dirk as a head coach, and I'm not a fan of Mike Smith as a head coach or D coordinator. Now, I'm a fan of Dirk Cutter as an OC, but as a leader of a locker room, he's not the. He got to go 10. But ask any Atlanta fan, what do you think about Dirk Cutter and Mike Smith on the Bucs? They will tell you, good luck with them two. Oh, go ask that GA Boy 17. He's in the chat room. Go ask him. All them Atlanta fans so happy that Mike Smith and Dirk are gone. Now, mind you, they won a lot of games in Atlanta, those two. As the coach, Dirk is the OC. I think it was like 66-48, which is good. But they still fired him. Still got rid of Dirk Cutter. Because they weren't going nowhere with those guys. And we are the same way. If Dirk Cutter don't go 10-6, 11-5, he's fired. I'm keeping it real, folks. Keeping it real. But overall, from stats, the Lions had 28 first downs. We had 19. They had 16 passing first downs. Third down efficiency that Mike Smith puts his hat on, they were 6 for 13. We were 5 for 13. Total plays, they had 72 total plays. We had 59. That's on Dirk. Total yards, they had 337. We had 333. Yeah. Rushing yards, they beat us clearly. 122-79. I mean, come on, man. Like, running the ball, pass defense, man. It's going to kill us. It's going to kill us in the regular season, man. And you seen our first 3 games. Saints, Steelers, Eagles. All 3 teams top. Steelers the top 10 team. The Eagles the top 5 team. The Saints the top 10 team. And we got them back to back to back. We'll be lucky to win one of those games if we play like this against the Steelers. Against the Saints, the first game of the season in New Orleans. This is gonna be a long season, but I'm being optimistic. I'm being optimistic, but I'm also being objective and a realist. I like to use those terms because, fam, if the Eagles don't have Carson Wentz, we can probably win that game. So, and we play the Saints pretty tough, and then we did beat the Steelers. But God, man, we gotta run the ball and we gotta stop the pass, man. And all 3 of those teams can pass. Damn. Anyway. But overall, I'm gonna give the grade for the game B+ versus the B-. B+ because despite the ugly, it was basically two people that I thought did really ugly. Chris Conte, Mike Smith. So we had a lot more good than ugly. And we had some bad moments, but B+. I'm not gonna give us an A yet, but I'm gonna give us a B+, because I thought it was overall our starters did look good on both sides of the ball. We just gotta clean up some things. But anyway, I guess I'll dab in the comment. I'll dab in the chat room for a little bit and see what you guys talking about. Broncos for life. Come on, man, you in the wrong chat room talking about Broncos, man. Case Keenum. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. As long as we improve, that's good. So we went from what, a C. I said that what, 2 weeks ago I said a C minus, C plus. Then I said a B minus. Now I'm saying a B plus. Now the game number 4. That's basically second, third, and fourth stringers. It's fighting for jobs. And watch out for that Bernard Reedy, Freddie Martino, Bobo Wilson, and Justin Watson battle for the 5th and 6th receiver spots. I think Justin Watson gonna get it. He's been consistent. But other than that, I'm in the comment section. I'm in the chat room, man. I'm trying to see what y'all talking about, man. We're not talking about the Broncos in this chat room, buddy. Savage Man, Barber getting 800 yards. I can see that, but he's not elite, so we'll see what happens, man. You know, we'll see. Oh, that GA boy. Yes, Mike Smith. We got talent on defense. We got talent, man. Well, true that. Like, the talent on our defense versus the talent that he had in Atlanta was not great. Y'all didn't draft well in Atlanta as far as defensively when it came to Mike Smith. But this team is loaded with talent on defense. Front 7. Brent Grimes, Justin Evans, Carlton Davis, MJ Stewart, Whitehead. There's no reason for us not to be a top 15 defense. 7 through 15, falling there somewhere. If we can get our defense between 7 and 15, we win to 10 to 11 games. Offensively, we're going to be a beast. So, you know. Yeah. On paper, we do look really good. On paper, we look really good, but paper don't win games, baby. That boy, my sister's boyfriend, is a Panther fan, and they live with us. Oh yeah, William Rankins. He's not using Vernon Hargreaves right, man. He's not using him right. He got Vernon Hargreaves. Well, Vernon has more confidence this year than he had the last couple of years. Monk and Todd can call some plays, man. Hopefully Dirk in the regular season allows Todd to call plays, because he's like he's more aggressive than Dirk. And Mike Smith need to get more aggressive too. Start blitzing on earlier downs. Stop waiting until obvious downs to blitz. I'm not a big fan of Mike Smith and Chris Conte. Just saying, man. It is what it is. But anyway, I'm about to head off this phone. I'm getting tired. Just want to chat with y'all for a little bit and talk about the grades. So tell me what you guys think on how we looked this game. Did we look good? What we need to improve on? What do you expect in preseason game number 4? Put that all in the comment section after you share the video, and make it do what it do on this channel. This channel is growing. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers. We got about 47 to 48, maybe 46 to go before we hit 2,000. In 2 years, part-time, 2,000 subscribers coming up. So I'm making that happen, folks. Hopefully, the more we win, the better my channel is, and the more it grows. The more we win, the more good content I put out. So we'll see. But anyway, B+. B+. This your boy Isaiah, coming to you again from Bucco's Locker. Subscribe, like, comment. Make sure you hit the notification bell on the channel to notify all new videos that's posted on this channel. To all my Pirates and by Sea bandits, stick carriers, the Buckaholics, the diehards. Y'all know what y'all got to do. You got to fire those cannons and siege the day. 2-1. Preseason game number 4 coming up. I'm out. Y'all have a good night. Peace.